Okay, hello there, Bice. My night 2 Weekend Hammer. As I'm sure some people noticed in the community post, my work schedule had to change a little bit, so uploads and recordings are going to be a little bit weird. I'm going to try my best to keep them, consistent on the same days. Unfortunately, sometimes the uploads themselves may be a little bit different. Like, some people might be expecting a Miles Edgeworth video or a Silent Hill one, and I'll probably have to end up uploading a backup, which is why last week was so heavily focused on Tears of the Kingdom, because I had a shit ton of that backed up safely. Now then, throats are covered. I think it's safe for me to go ahead and finally continue with this delightful game. Let's continue our investigation. After Lang decided to be a complete awesome dude last time. March 14th, 9:21 p.m., open air stage. I've left the Damask II investigation to Francisca and returned to Babal. I suppose my first order of business should be to look into Babal's statue. Mr. Edgeworth! So, Kay, what's the situation?
Oh, it's great! Investigating is so much fun!
In other words, they've made absolutely no progress.
We weren't goofing off! Honest, sir! We've been investigating our hearts out!
Very well, then. Would you care to give me an update on your investigation?
Oh! We've had a really fun time, sir!
I knew it. Zero progress. In any case, Detective Gumshoe.
Yes, sir?
You have permission to enter the Alabastian Embassy. Is that correct?
Yep. As a local detective, I'm helping out with investigations on both sides, sir.
Good. In that case, I can leave these pieces of evidence with you. They belong to the lady under the Pink Princess's mask.
The Pink Princess? What kind of lady was playing her, sir?
Oh. I don't want to talk about it. The kind that was also playing the role of the Pink Badger yesterday.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Oh. Understood, sir. If I happen to run into her, I'll give them back to her. And if I don't, then I guess I'll unload them somewhere.
He doesn't seem all that enthused to go find her, but I can't blame him. Evidence that has lost their value was given to Detective Gumshoe. Oh, okay. Now then, I don't believe I'll be needing this anymore either. Nope, hold on to that.
What? Are you really going to throw that autograph away?
Yes, because that Steel Samurai was a fake. Steel Samurai's autograph scrunched up into a ball and disposed of. Oh my god!
Wait, what? What do you mean by fake?
I'm not even going to answer that. Now then, I believe it's time for a little housekeeping. Unnecessary evidence has been removed. Remaining evidence has been rearranged. Pardon? So, I only have the prosecutor's badge, the embassy. Of course I have the prosecutor's badge. The notes on Kochin's body, the Atagarasu's key, the Babalese knife handle, the Kadobian paper document, the Babal's Prima Duck statue, naturally the Alabastian knife, Babalese ink, counterfeit bills, the Prima Duck statue in Alabast, the Samurai spear, Samurai dogs, Damascus II's note, and passion flowers. 5 Samurai dogs, the note is mostly important.
Because of course it is.
Naturally. Bags full of cement powder are stacked up here. I suppose they're for the renovation.
Yeah, because I don't smell a drop of gold here. Or any other treasure for that matter.
Okay, the only scent you should detect in a place like this is the smell of sweat.
Hey, Mr. Edgeworth, that was a pretty good play on words there.
Ah, Gummy, don't randomly jump into one of our dialogues like that.
Were you eavesdropping on us, Detective Gumshoe?
No, it's not like that, sir.
Sure. A ladder.
Actually, that's a stepladder.
They're the exact same thing. Actually, no, they're not. They're actually fundamentally different.
No No way! From their structure up, they're totally different. But of course, from a thief's perspective, the best kind of ladder is the rope ladder. A step ladder is much too heavy to carry around after all.
And from a prosecutor's perspective, any type of ladder is guilty of being dangerous during an earthquake. That is true. Ish. It would appear that the stage is also scheduled to be renovated.
You know, I would love to perform on a stage like this. Something like the greatest great thief show.
I should think it would be a bad idea for a thief to show their face to the world. You would think.
Hey, you're not going back to Alabasta already, are you?
No. No, not yet. Must gather a bit more information first. Oh, I can't go down. Got it.
Mr. Edgeworth!
With one of my... I love this song. Sorry, I love it. Anytime I see Gumshoe, anytime I hear this song, I think of one or the other. Like with the Gumshoe, I think of the song. When I hear the song, I think of Gumshoe. When I get them both, I'm a happy solo. You look like you're enjoying yourself, Detective.
Well, I don't have much that I enjoy as much as a good investigation, sir.
So, what did you find out?
Ah, well... Why are you looking at me like that? Oh.
I take it he has found nothing of any particular use, as usual.
Hey, Mr. Edgeworth, I got something really interesting from Ambassador Pal I know.
Oh? And what is this something interesting?
This, sir.
What the?
Is that a lantern? Wow, that's so pretty. I'm so jealous. That's the real treasure there.
Why does the flame burn green, Detective?
Oh, you see, it was blessed by a sorcerer on some cliffside. It was kind of weird. Kept talking, he had this weird visor. He was all dressed weird.
Is weird the only adjective you could describe this man with?
Yeah, pretty much.
What was that about the cliffside?
So apparently, if you burn the special wit crystal oil that they only make in Babal, it burns this green color, sir.
Well, that is fair. That is actually pretty neat. To be fair, there are some chemicals that can cause fire to green, fire to green. It can cause fire to burn various colors. I won't lie, I kind of wish I had some of those things. Interesting. So it's a special property of the oil. I suppose this is a ploy to force people to visit the Babal should the oil run out.
Hey, Gummy, what about these silhouettes?
They stuck some cutouts on the outside of the lantern so it'd project the images.
Oh? Silhouettes, huh? They are rather pretty, aren't they? Well, that seems very, very important. Wait, what am I doing? I was supposed to be asking for an update on the investigation.
Hey, what's wrong, sir?
No, this seems extremely important. There was a scene where how they said the freaking Yatagarasu appeared, but it's a silhouette. In the cutscene, it was a freaking silhouette. There is a high possibility that this lantern was used for that, or at least one lantern was.
Hey, what's wrong, sir?
There's something I want you to investigate for me. Do you think you can do that much?
Uh-huh. You got it, sir.
Hey, that's not fair. Why is Gummy getting to do all the fun stuff?
Because you're working with me.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Ah, well, that's because I'm Mr. Edgeworth's partner.
I can't believe you took advantage of the confusion and stole my role as assistant.
Oh my god, I expect the two of you to get along and work together like professionals on this. Silhouette lantern data jot down by organizer. This is going to be extremely important. I'm glad that it's also evidence, but I'm convinced that this was used to create the silhouettes. And actually, this could if I can get a better look at the actual silhouettes inside this, it might give me an even better clue as to what it could be used for. Aside from that.
That's a souvenir from Babal. It's a silhouette lantern.
By the by, how much is it?
Well, it was really expensive, sir. About as expensive as my coat.
Oh, I see. So it's about the average price of a cheap souvenir.
Ouch, sir! Why you gotta be like that to me?
That's mean. Why would you? To be fair, I kind of like Gumshoe's coat. Like, if I can be perfect, I don't know, I kind of like it, you know? There's a sign here warning passersby to take precautions around this renovation site.
Are you ignoring me, good sir?
They're really going all out, huh? There's construction going on everywhere.
I believe Ambassador Palino said it was to attract more tourists and visitors.
But what can they do with the new stuff they're building? Hey, what do you think they should do, Mr. Edgeworth?
How about transforming it into a courthouse?
Hey, be serious.
But I was being serious.
Ah, so you're back now, are you, Mr. Edgeworth? You must be tired. Here, with these, you can eat whatever you like.
And these are...
Discount tickets for our cafeteria. They open tomorrow at 10 in the morning.
I appreciate the concern. However, these coupons do nothing for me right now. This open-air stage. What function does it serve exactly?
Well, normally we use it for a variety of events. It's all to attract the extra bit of attention to a ball. I heard that tonight over in the Alabastian Rose Garden, Ambassador Alba was to give a speech. And you know what? Manny told me that I really should give a speech too.
Mr. Cochin told you that?
Yes, he did. Which is why I thought I should give a speech of my own. But unfortunately, I wasn't able to.
Because of the fire the Atagarasu started?
Exactly.
I kind of... Like, part of me hopes this guy is innocent, but if he's guilty, and whatever. This guy right here, I do like the pose that he's currently doing. One where he's not, like, sucking up to me, but he's showing a much more serious expression. I kind of dig this, and totally not because he's wearing a green vest. Don't look at me. Ambassador Palino, I'd like to ask you a little more about the Prima Duck statues.
Oh, I see. Well, let me ask you this. Did you know that Alabast and Babal used to be one country called Cadobia?
Yes, I know that much about your history.
Well, the Prima Duck statue belonged to the founders of Cadobia. At least, that's how the story goes. It was bequeathed onto the king of Cadobia as a symbol of the country's wealth.
So it was meant as a symbol of sovereignty and the right to rule, I take it?
Yes, that's right, which is why both countries are so adamant about their claim. We hold the real statue, therefore we hold the right to rule, is the reasoning. It's pretty petty when you think about it, though, I suppose.
But if Alabast and Babal were to re-establish relations, shouldn't that put an end to the squabbling over the statue?
I have no reason to believe so. The Prima Duck statue is even more important now as a key to diplomacy.
I wonder if Ambassador Palino knows about what has happened to the very important key to diplomacy.
Oh, right. We should probably tell him about that.
Perhaps I should try showing him this key and see what he has to say about it. Let's see, is it this one? I think it was this one. Yep. Ambassador Palino, if you could please take a look at this for me. The Prima Duck statue sitting in Alabast right now actually belongs to Babal.
So it would appear. I received a call from Miss Von Karma about this earlier.
Then you will understand why I wish to inspect Babal's Prima Duck statue immediately. Because the statue currently in your country's possession.
Yes, well, I've already inspected it myself. And it is definitely Alabast's statue. I know because it's the real statue.
Then you're saying that Babal's was a replica?
I'm embarrassed to say it's true, even though I knew that someday it would be exposed. I received my orders from the leaders of Babal, and I was to negotiate with Ambassador Alba at this event. I was to negotiate with him and fix the results of the evaluation tonight. And to say that we could not determine which statue was the real one.
Hold it!
What? Why are you telling me this?
Well, because you already figured it out. Our statue is just a hollow gold shell. Even if Babal were to lose face, the reunification of the country is what's important. I'm right in thinking that, aren't I? I'm not making a mistake. Right?
Well, far be it from me to make a call on what's right for two... I wouldn't say they're warring countries, but they're still at odds. Especially considering one country is saying like, nah, or one half is like, my statue's real, therefore I rule.
No, my statue's real, therefore I rule.
But apparently it was well known that one was the fake, and apparently Pal I Know knew. If you don't know yourself, then I won't pretend to know either.
I never thought by being betrayed by my own secretary, the real symbol of wealth would be given to me. Isn't it simply ironic?
Wait, there was more dialogue! Oh, damn it. No, there was more dialogue I missed. Crap. Crap baskets.
Hey, where are you going? Are you heading back to Alabast?
Yes, but before I do, I suppose I should give you a summary of what's happened. All right.
Oh, I see. So there's been a murder in both countries using an object from the other country.
That's the gist of it. The ball is just as strict as Alabast in their inspection of the people and things that enter their country. Meaning that somehow both murder weapons were smuggled into the two countries. That's the only logical conclusion that can be drawn. Perhaps the key to the weapon smuggling is the person who traversed both countries.
You mean the fake Yatagarasu?
In one way or another, the Yatagarasu is connected. Of this I am sure. Now then, where was the Yatagarasu first spotted? Why do I keep doing the pointing thing whenever he does it? Thank God I don't have a freaking camera, because people be making fun of me for doing that.
I believe it was the Rose Garden on the Alabastian side of the embassy. The garden is just on the other side of this boundary. It's where Ambassador Alba was to give a speech tonight. At least, that's where I heard the Yatagarasu had appeared.
In that case, I believe it's vital that I investigate the Rose Garden post-haste.
Wait, before you go, take a look at this, Mr. Edgeworth.
The fuck? What is it?
My guess is that it's a guitar pick. I picked it up just now, over there. Do you think it'll be of any use?
There's a little water on it, but... Wait, how did the water get on it? Hey, that's a good question. It doesn't look like there's anything it could get wet from around here.
I was thinking they have concerts here at this open-air stage from time to time, right?
All right. I'll find its owner later. Heavens, this is the open-air stage.
Oh yeah! There's one more thing.
What'd you find? What's up?
Mr. Edgeworth, would you be willing to hold on to this?
What is this? Wait a minute! That's not what I think it is it?
It's misused perfume.
God! Where did...
It's the bottle that woman left behind that I found 7 years ago. I thought that one day it'd be of some use in tracking her down. So, I kept it safe all this time.
Thank you. I would be honored to hold on to it for you. Oh, damn. Good on you, Kay! That'll help out immensely. At least I think it'll help.
Yes?
Hold up.
Hello? I do believe you're missing some dialogue from me.
Ambassador Palino, there's just one thing I'd like to ask you about.
Yes. Oh, and don't worry. You can ask me more than just one thing. How about 2 or 3? In exchange, I expect you'll be coming to my ball, yes?
Thank you, but just the one thing is all I require. Manny Kochin, I'd like to ask you about this man who is your secretary.
Sure. I'll tell you what I know.
Thank you for your cooperation, Ambassador.
He was... well... if I had to put it in one word, he was an able man. If there was ever anything I needed as an ambassador, he was able to get it for me. To think that a man like that had a hand in a smuggling ring right under my nose, going completely unnoticed. Actually, I suppose because he was an able man, I was unable to detect his dirty dealings.
It sounds like Mr. Kochin had a very sharp mind.
Recently, Manny had been really busy. Since I became the Babalese representative at the Country Unification Council, he's been working tirelessly to cover my work for me.
I'm sorry, but what is this Country Unification Council? It's...
The letters spell out a word that I don't think I can say.
Oh, well, you see, had tonight's events proceeded without a hitch, our two countries would reunify and become one again. But I guess with how things turned out, that dream won't be realized anytime soon.
I suppose not. Alright then.
Yo!
How is the investigation going in the Babalese Secretariat's office, Kay?
Well, even though we found a few treasures, they've all been pretty much burnt to a crisp. A treasure is a terrible thing to waste.
Anyway, is there anything else I should know about?
Oh, that's right. You know what I found in that office? A wooden bear carving. It's so cute. Can I have it? Huh? Can I?
No, of course you can't. Get you one later. By the sound of things, it appears that there has been no progress in the investigation. So we have to keep looking around, huh? Unless there's something else I need to talk about.
We're having a real time of it cleaning after the fire.
I suppose we stay out here and investigate the stage some more then. Can I look at the stage more? No? Okay, we've already talked about that. I've already presented what I think I need, but I'll...
This statue resembles that hero, the Steel Samurai, don't you think? I was thinking, what would you say to changing its name to the Steel Samurai statue? It just might attract a few more tourists to our country if I did, right?
I'm not sure what to think. I thought that thing was an actual treasure. Interesting. I guess the next thing I can do is I can just look at stuff real quick. Or not. Okay, sure, I can check that, but I can't. Oh! Well, this is everything. We saw the show just beyond these doors, but it's been quite a number of hours now.
Mr. Edgeworth, have I ever told you that you talk like an old fogey?
I was merely reminiscing! Is that such a crime? A little. No, it's not. There's a flat panel of VCR and a row of Steel Samurai videos on this table.
Aren't they worried that if they leave the tapes out on the table like that, the Yatagarasu will make off with them?
I honestly doubt the Yatagarasu would want to steal Steel Samurai videotapes.
Oh, but that's where you're wrong. The fake Yatagarasu may not want to steal them, but you never know with the real Yatagarasu.
Please stop eyeing the tapes with that look of want in your eyes, Kay. I'll buy you them later. Why, I'll let you borrow mine.
Wait, you can't, you have them too?
Speaking none of this. These flowers are sent by Global Studios.
Global Studios?
Oh, that's where they filmed the Steel Samurai television show. They have been producing hit after hit recently, so the studio is being remodeled.
Oh, I read about that in the papers the other day. That mascot of theirs is also getting a facelift too, right? What's its name?
You mean Mrs. Monkey?
Yeah, I thought it was something like that. You really have a great memory.
Ha! Never underestimate my powers of recollection. We call that fanboyism. I made up a word. It's the national flag of Babal and features the country's butterfly crest.
Using a butterfly as national symbol makes Babal just seem so cute. It goes along perfectly with Ambassador Palino's smiling face.
And what about the flower of alabaster?
Well, by the looks of Ambassador Alba, it almost seems like the poor flower needs to be watered.
I suppose an ambassador is the face of a country, but Kay is being too literal about it. A little bit.
Welcome back, Mr. Edgeworth. Please accept these, courtesy of Ambassador Palino.
That's all right. I appreciate the sentiment. However, I must decline.
Oh, come on! You might as well take them since we was nice enough to offer.
Thank you, and I hope you'll visit our embassy's cafeteria to redeem them.
It appears that Ambassador Palino isn't the only one adamantly handing these out. Well, they really want people to come by and visit, so yeah.
Those are some nice flowers. I wonder who they're from. Gatewater Imperial Hotel. Where's this, Mr. Edgeworth?
Ah, it's an ultra-luxurious hotel that sponsors the Steel Samurai series. I've been there once to investigate a case.
Oh? So what kind of case was it?
I believe it was related to the Nickel Samurai and the Gemin Ninja.
Oh, I remember reading about that. You must be the head of Steel Samurai Affairs down at the prosecutor's office, huh?
No, we don't talk about that. I mean, what? No, I mean, there's no such thing. I should think that even you can figure out that such an office does not exist, Kay. We'll ignore my Steel Samurai memorabilia. It's the national flag of Alabast, and it features the country's flower crest. Comparing the knife to the crest, it's apparent the knife was extremely well crafted.
Yeah, every detail of the flower is there on the knife handle's flower. In my professional opinion, this knife is worth quite a bit of money.
Kay? That's a very valuable piece of evidence.
I know that! You're going to use this to find and steal the truth, right?
I suppose you could put it that way. Now then, let's continue investigating. I think I'll be returning to the investigation in Alabast now, but...
I know. I'll go back to Babal and do some more investigating there.
Alright. Ooh, new place to look at. The Rose Garden, 9:58 p.m.
I see you're back, Miles Edgeworth. Is that Francisco?
Yeah, it's Francisca.
How are things in Babal? Although I can't really say I expect much from Scruffy and that girl.
The investigation into Manny Cochin's death hasn't really progressed any. However, the investigation into the Yatagarasu has.
Ah yes, the Yatagarasu. Even now I find it hard to believe. A person who can freely traverse between the two countries at will? Preposterous.
Well, that's what I came here to investigate.
I heard that this is where witnesses claim to have seen the Yatagarasu.
Exactly, the cutscene. The cutscene that played here. I've already got a good idea on how to cancel that out.
That's correct. Ambassador Alba was to give a speech tonight here in Alabast. And that's when the Yatagarasu appeared.
Oh, I got this solved immediately.
I think. The shadow of the mysterious thief appeared, and just as suddenly it vanished.
If you guys notice, the shadow is also put over the podium, which means that he's not behind there, which means we need to figure out where the lights are. I think that, were there some statues here? I think I saw some.
After that, there was the fire at the Babalese embassy that the Yatagarasu started.
Oh, yeah, there is one! Oh, I got this solved already. I vow that not even a single feather from the Yatagarasu shall escape my diligence.
Begin investigation.
Alright, let's look around. A statue of a woman. I wonder if the lady is pouring water.
It says that it's a statue of the queen who spoke of love to King Primagox. Huh. Well, Miles Edgeworth, it seems that you are lousy at reading a woman's heart.
I opened my mouth about the statue and she somehow made the leap to that. Wait, really? That seems very vitally important. There's an overturned spotlight here.
When the Yatagarasu appeared, the audience that was waiting for the speech to start panicked. I suppose that's when someone must have knocked it over.
I'm having a tough time visualizing the mass confusion that took place here.
I thought to use my whip to capture the Yatagarasu. However, there were people in my way, and I was unable to land even a single lash.
I suppose this means that some other poor saps were hit instead.
No, you! They signed an NDA.
What? I'm pretty sure you can't do that. It's possible that the Yatagarasu hid in these bushes?
Of course not! They're rose bushes! You've been spending so much time with Scruffy and that girl, they're rubbing off on you. But it's alright. I'll wake you out of your stupor.
No, wait, please don't do it again.
Now, the next time you feel like sleep talking, remember that I'll whip you for real.
All I try to do is offer up a possibility, and this is what I get.
Yeah, sadly, this is what you get, buddy. That's what you get. That's what you get.
There are roses scattered on the surface of the water, creating a pleasant fragrance.
It's not just for aesthetics. This pool's water is also used in putting out fires.
I see. Oh! The pool stopped filling itself automatically.
The fountain spouts are set to stay open until the pool's water reaches a certain level.
If this water is used to put out fires, I suppose it must be refilled to its normal level. Which suggests that this pool was recently used somehow in this embassy. I guess I'll take some notes about it just in case.
Thank you, fountain spouts.
What? Larry?
No!
How dare you surprise me like that? I'm sorry! Oh, hey, Edgy. Thanks for what you did back there.
Your gratitude alone is enough. More importantly, Larry, this pool is not for your personal enjoyment.
I know that! Do you really think that I'm the type to just jump into a pool and swim around for fun?
Yes. I believe that with every fiber of my being. Alright then. Did you by chance fall into the pool?
Nice guess, but no dice. So you know my son, right, Edgy?
You have a son? Oh wait, no. He is referring to the fact that he's Steel Samurai, so the Steel Samurai's kid. Your son?
Well, I guess I kind of lost sight of him when I shook hands with the ambassador. And I'm pretty sure he was around here when I last saw him.
You imbecile! How could you be so flippant at a time like this? What are you going to do if your son fell into the pool? And how old is this child of yours anyway?
Huh? Oh, how old is he again?
Hold it!
Larry, this is the first I've heard of a son. Who exactly is the mother?
The mother? Oh, that chick, the pink princess.
Yep, he's referring to the actual Steel Samurai. He's just being an idiot with his wording.
The pink princess. Listen, I'm not going to kink shame, but I'm going to kink shame.
What? What the hell are you talking about?
Hold it!
Miss Von Karma, I was a bit confused by this man's words for a bit there. However, I believe what he is looking for is the doll of the Iron Infant.
Yep, because I'm a Steel Samurai through and through, heart and soul. And the Iron Infant is my cute little son.
You have given a whole new meaning to the phrase, an astounding fool.
Lang!
Larry, we have not seen hide nor hair of the Iron Infant. But rest assured that if we should find him, we'll let you know. Now get out of there!
Well, sounds good. In that case, I'll go search over there. Hey, wait!
Well, it's not as if he'll get very far swimming around in that pool. And though he's unrelated to the murders, he sure knows how to cause a lot of trouble. That's an understatement. Where'd he go? It would appear that this pool served its function tonight as an emergency water reservoir. The pool even refills itself to the preset water level. And when the planets align, a Steel Samurai appears from its depths. Now, okay, so here's the part where we throw in a sword, and then whenever it asks if we threw in a gold or a silver sword, we tell them that we neither. The hell is this statue? But this statue bears a resemblance to the Prima Duck statue.
The plaque says King Primadux in the battlefield. In order to save the queen, King Primadux put his life on the line and went to war.
So Prima Duck was actually a person of royal blood. I thought he was simply someone imitating a character from an ancient legend.
Well, what surprises me is that a real person who looked like the Steel Samurai existed.
I suppose there's that too. More turned over lights. There's an overturned spotlight here.
When the Atagarasu appeared...
Okay, same thing. Same thing, literally.
Have you finished checking out all the bystanders?
Yes, sir. And we found 14 counts of pickpocketing, 16 counts of illegal parking, and 1 person ran a light, sir.
Don't tell me you didn't find out anything related to the case.
Sir, not a single thing, sir.
Well, for now, let's just get those other lawbreakers down to the precinct.
Agent Lang?
Well, if it isn't Mr. Prosecutor.
I would just like to thank you for your assistance earlier.
Make no mistake, it's not like I was trying to help you with what I did.
After I left, did you receive word from Ambassador Alba?
We're to wrap up our bodyguard assignment at the end of today. Oddly enough, we received word from HQ to return home on an urgent matter. As if I can be so easily called away from this case after I've come this far. I swear that I'll find the truth and drag it out screaming into the night. The light. I know what I said. You're with me on that, right, Mr. Prosecutor? Somebody?
You were working as Ambassador Alba's bodyguard at the time. So naturally, you witnessed when the Yatagarasu appeared, correct?
Yeah, I saw the thief all right, with my own 2 eyes. The Yatagarasu was always there, lurking in the shadows. But when the spotlights were turned on for Ambassador Alba's speech, a shadow appeared. That's when cries of, "It's the Yatagarasu!" rang out. The next second, the spotlight went out. And by the time we got the area lit again, the deaf thief had vanished. When we investigated afterwards, we found that the reason the lights went out was because someone had unplugged the extension plug for all the outdoor electronics. Whether it was someone doing it on purpose, or simply a guest who had tripped over it, we don't know. But one thing is for certain. The Yatagarasu was here!
So you're saying that basically all you saw was this thief's silhouette?
Yes.
Objection! If all you saw was a shadow, then it's entirely possible that the shadow belonged to someone else.
Ha! Good thinking, sis. You just might be right. If it weren't for the fact that there was no one else with that same shape. Not among the staff or the audience members.
God, I love that pose.
My men have already done a thorough check of everyone, so I know I'm right.
Someone else's shadow. That sounds like a plausible hypothesis. The suddenly appearing and disappearing shadow of the Yatagarasu. I believe I figured out its true origin.
I expected no less from my subordinate. Now, let's hear what you know on the subject.
Thankfully, I already know. What really cast the shadow of the Yatagarasu? Well, clearly it was this.
Take that!
Francisca, if you could take a look at this, don't you find it to be a bit suspicious?
Not at all.
As I thought. For you see, I was merely testing you just now. What?
We have no time to waste on your pompous talk, so get on with your explanation already.
But... No! I don't understand my point. But But... It's the statue. How was... Wait a minute. Let me think this through again. Yatagarazu's shadow. There really is only one thing that can explain how it was cast, and it must be this. It was the statue.
Take that!
It has to... Oh, wait a minute. I think I figured out what the problem was. The problem was that I needed more ginger ale. So, I think by me pointing at the leaf by mistake, that was the problem. For some reason, my brain was like, oh, the leaf is attached to this statue, when that's not the case. I'm dumb. The suddenly appearing and disappearing shadow of the Yatagarasu. Is it not possible that it was created by this statue?
Objection! Are you playing me for a fool, Miles Edgeworth? This statue bears absolutely no resemblance to the shadow of the Yatagarasu.
You are correct, however, this statue is but one part of the whole picture.
What do you mean by only one part?
What is the other part of the real form of the Yatagarasu shadow? Now do I select the...
Take that!
Like, you need the shadows of both statues?
It's another statue?
The Yatagarasu shadow is made from the shadows of these two statues.
Made? What do you mean by that?
Right now, the spotlights are all over the place. And this is because they were moved when the guests were in a panicked state. However, if we were to restore the lights to where they were when the thief appeared...
You believe that the two shadows will create the Yatagarasu shadow?
Precisely. Now then, watch as I reveal the true form of the Yatagarasu! First, if we set up a spotlight to catch the shadow of King Primadux and the battlefield, the shadow of the king statue would appear on the backdrop of the stage. Likewise, if we set a light upon the queen who spoke of love to King Primadux, her silhouette would also appear on the backdrop of the stage.
Aha! So, if we were to combine the two shadows... It looks nothing like the Yatagarasu shadow. Miles Edgeworth, how do you explain this grotesque shape? Calm down, Francisca! Well, you have to change this... It's either the position of the lights or you just change the statues. Oh, the way the light needs to be shown on the queen statue is wrong. What do you mean by that? I believe that the whole of the king's shadow needs to be used for this work. However, in the case of the queen, I don't believe her whole shadow is needed. Rather, the person who created the shadow, they only used one part of her shadow. Only one part? Yes, and even that one part alone is enough to fill in the rest of the Yatagarasu shadow. So that's that green area that looks like a weird hand. Why didn't you say that in the first place? You're right. I apologize. Now, what part of the queen statue was used to complete the Yatagarasu's shadow? Oh, this hand, I think.
Take that!
Looks like that would fit. Maybe? Think back to what is missing in our shadow. 5 long, thin areas, correct? Now, what does that remind you of? Ah! That's right. It can only be the shadow of the queen's left hand. Francisca, can we please adjust the spotlight's position? So that it only shines on the queen's left hand? Alright. Let's give it a try and see what we get. I am seriously in love with freaking Edgeworth and Francisca working together. It's so satisfying. It's... Yeah, this is exactly like the shadow I saw. The culprit must have changed the spotlight's positioning beforehand. And then pulled the plug after people saw what the culprit wanted them to see. In their panic, the guests must have moved the spotlights around. Which we can assume was also a part of the culprit's plan. By the time the lights came back on, the Yatagarasu's shadow had vanished. Which means my initial silhouette idea from the lantern was wrong. Fuck! Which means that the shadow was a construct from the very beginning. So you see, the Yatagarasu never did visit Alabast tonight. The only country that thief visited was Babong, although it can be assumed that the Yatagarasu had an accomplice in Alabast. An accomplice? But who? I haven't figured that out yet, but I assume it was the person who set up the shadow show. I sense that the biggest clue yet to solving this case is the existence of this accomplice. Oh, hey. That was a fast investigation. Well, is that, Detective Bad? I'm gonna assume. I think it was a male-sounding tone.
How's the investigation going?
Yes! Detective Bad, have you come to join us in investigating the Yatagarasu?
I've left the murder in Agent Lang's charge. And my only target from the very beginning is the Yatagarasu. So, yes.
So, what have you found out?
I got a piece of evidence.
May I see it?
Sure, but you might regret it.
We're here because we are ready to face whatever may come. So, if you please.
When people heard the commotion, bystanders started gathering. And one woman claimed, I'm telling you, I'm a genuine international journalist.
Oh my god, is that Lotta Hart?
She gave me an interesting picture.
A journalist?
Well, actually, she's a freelance cameraman. This is the photo I got from her. Oh.
What in the world? The Yatagarasu is flying through the air?
The Times. They are a-changin'. It's not just map, but evidence. Even they lie to us now.
When was this photo taken?
Apparently, right after the fires, on the 4th and 5th floors were put out. It was taken from a nearby building that you could see the embassy from.
I see. So this was taken after the fire. Okay, we have another case of somebody fucking flying. Yay.
The blur in this picture took off from the Babyliss embassy, flew over the boundary, and headed for the embassy of Alabast.
Objection!
This is simply not possible. People are incapable of flight.
Is that a fact? I've had the real pleasure of dealing with a case involving a flying person once.
Are you bullshitting me? Yeah, please tell me you're bullshitting me.
I'm sorry, I'm not bullshitting you.
God damn it. Actually, come to think of it, I've come across a case like that as well. Two, actually.
Maybe it happens more often than we think.
Am I up to the task of solving the mystery behind this photograph? Well, the Atakarasu took off from the Babyliss embassy, so I should start from there. Franziska, I need to return to the Babal investigation for a bit.
All right.
Seriously, I really do like the fact that they're just kind of working together now. It's great.
So the Atakarasu was just a shadow.
The calling card that was sent is what threw everyone off and made them assume things.
It's possible that all of the events tonight were part of the overall plan.
I'm going to continue investigating on the Alabastian side. You do, as I always say, don't do anything stupid, alright?
I wonder if he's all right. It's unusual for him to be so nice.
I think it's simply that he is concerned for our well-being, Franziska.
You do realize I'm kind of right here. You do realize that, right?
Ha! What a farce! Turns out that what I thought was the Atakarasu's shadow was some statues instead.
It's nothing to be embarrassed about. Everyone was in a panic.
And here I thought you'd come over to throw some sarcastic remark in my face.
Of course not. You and I, we're both of one mind in pursuit of the truth.
But are we really of one mind, though?
I'll be returning to the Babal investigation now. I'll contact you if I find anything.
You sure as stubborn as a rock.
How's the investigation proceeding on your end?
Langshi says that's top secret.
If you're going to attempt to imitate your superior, at least do it well.
I don't suppose he believes in the accidental leakage of information. No, he probably doesn't. Bye, Larry, don't drown. Can I examine the podium real quick? So this is where Ambassador Alba was to give his speech.
The stage was set up nicely. However, where was the audience supposed to sit?
Perhaps they were supposed to sit around the edge of the pool?
That's such a poor planning. If there was no place other than a spot or two by the pool, they really should have made sitting arrangements like other galleries set up in court.
Indeed, you can sense that consideration for the viewers was taken with those.
So in the end, the speaker and his audience were to stand the whole time.
Yes, although I suspect the audience would have liked to sit down after a while.
I wonder what that photo earlier was all about.
Indeed, that photo certainly was interesting. I believe this necessitates a need to investigate the Babyliss embassy some more.
I suppose we have no choice if we are to conduct the perfect investigation.
I suppose so. I'll have to pass the Theatrum Neutralis to reach the Babyliss embassy. Miss Von Karma, what do you think of this piece of evidence?
Well, since you asked a nurse as my subordinate, I'll answer you. However, as your superior, I must also make sure that my subordinates grow in the job. Therefore, please gather your own thoughts together first, and then try presenting again.
Simply, I don't have any thoughts about that would have sufficed. I would have. Damn, I really would have thought that she would have, like, recognized this. Like, I guess not. Well, so much for that. Away!
I'll continue investigating on this side of the building.
All right, I'm counting on you.
Welcome back, Mr. Edgeworth. Now come on, let's get back to our investigation.
Yes, let's. I have something to show you. Hey, check this out.
I've only got one thing to say to this. The real Yategarasu can't fly through the air.
All right then. That is not what I was expecting.
Is there really any place left we haven't checked out yet in the Babyliss embassy?
Interpol was conducting its investigation when you were being held by Agent Sheena. Because of that, I was unable to examine the fireplace in the Secretariat's desk.
True. And since he's here, we should talk with Ambassador Palino some more too. He looks so sad and lonely since Mr. Cochin died.
Yes, he does. And you are correct. I have a few issues I still need to discuss with him. We should make the best of this opportunity. I don't like seeing sad Kay. Away!